Today is Tuesday, 2024.
Now, the news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thanks for joining us here on this Tuesday. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
And I don't know if you caught the voice last night. I did. He was incredible.
I did not catch it, and I'm anxious to hear how good of a singer he was. So, but that's great that a local talent showed up on The Voice.
And what a name, Sonofrio.
Sonofrio?
Yes.
That's interesting. I want to hear how he sounds. This morning, we've got a drier day returning. So we had a bit of a rainy day yesterday in some spots. But this morning, look at those current conditions out there. We've got temperatures sitting in the 50s. So similar start temperature-wise to yesterday, under mostly cloudy skies. Matter of fact, leaving my abode this morning, I did see some clouds, but able to see the moon out in the distance. So we got some stratocumulus clouds popping up and altocumulus clouds here and there. Oneonta right now, again, it's a dry start, but no fog currently. Temperature sitting at 52 degrees. We got a mostly dry day today. Keyword mostly. We have a stray shower chance possible this evening. Cooler weather hangs on a little bit longer, and there's still some potential for rain picking up tonight and especially over the next few days. The radar at this point is looking rather quiet with, again, dry conditions expected this morning. But with those cooler temperatures in the 60s, I recommend today being a long sleeve shirt day. It's going to be breezy as well, wind speeds between 10 and 15 miles per hour. And so, again, heading out this morning, prepare for a cooler day, but warmer days are ahead. We'll talk about when they arrive, plus that weekend forecast straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. And don't forget the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away. Smoke clouds could be seen filling the
WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Good morning. Welcome back. The time now is 5:13. We're getting you set to head out the door this morning in case you encounter anything regarding fog or any travel impacts on the Munson Commutecast. Now, first off, a live-looking Old Forge, mostly cloudy skies. No fog currently is being tracked. In fact, the locations that are seeing fog are where the skies are a bit more clear, heading up farther north and east towards the High Peaks area and even farther north near the Canada border. Downtown Utica, same story. It's a quiet start to the day today. A few high clouds to mid-level clouds, but still, again, today's looking relatively quiet across the board. Traffic flow, so far so good. Again, as we start to approach the eventual winter season, this map will be a lot more beneficial, especially regarding the potential for snow squalls or even lake effect snow. You'll actually see the roads impacted with lower visibility. Of course, in the summertime, really fog is the only true impact weather-wise that we get in the mornings. But of course, we'll be showing this as well as any new road updates as they become available. Gary?
Eric, thanks. The July 16th tornado first brought chaos to the city of Rome. Now confusion as to whether or not the $37 million damage threshold required to receive FEMA aid will be met. Here's News Channel 2's Jolene Ferris with more from Rome.
U.S. Senator Kirsten Gillibrand shared some bad news in Rome today about that $37 million storm damage threshold needed to qualify for FEMA aid in storm recovery.
So we've been told they've not made the FEMA threshold, that the damage wasn't great enough to meet the bottom line number.
Oneida County Executive Anthony Picenti said, news to us.
I have not, neither myself nor the mayor nor our director of emergency services has received any indication that our FEMA request has been denied.
We reached out to FEMA, who told us they have not yet received a major disaster declaration request from New York State for the July 15th and 16th storms. But Governor Kathy Hochul issued a statement on her website July 20th announcing her request for a federal emergency declaration from President Biden to support response and recovery in 15 counties from the July 15th and 16th storms. Rome's mayor says he planned for worst-case scenario.
We planned all along not to reach it. And, you know, we did some bonding and things so we weren't stalled and waiting for funding. So now we have to start figuring that out, and we're hoping that our state and federal officials will still step up and give us some bit of funding to help offset some of these costs.
County Executive Anthony Picenti says even when the damage numbers are up there, the formula isn't in their favor.
FEMA always discounts the insurance, so they take away the insurance money, which now you're left with less. So my question is, should we have not been insured and then we could have got more money from FEMA, or should we have been insured, which is the right thing to do?
Picenti says the county will continue to work with Rome toward the city's recovery.
Well, we've been working together with the city of Rome, I mean, hand in hand from the time the tornado struck down and since then. So we've expended millions of dollars in assistance to date.
Jolene Ferris, News Channel 2.
The time right now is 5:16.
Spoil your day. Tune in for the Storm Tracker 2 Commutecast, brought to you by Munson. Visit Munson today and ignite curiosity and creativity. Visiting Munson and the Storm Tracker 2 Commutecast, both free and both Utica's very own. Remember, all roads lead to Munson. Josh TV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good Tuesday morning, everyone. Our first Tuesday of fall, as things are feeling a little bit fall-like again today. Temperatures in the 60s, but a decent east-southeast wind, putting a slight wind chill in the air. Downtown Utica right now, it's a quiet start. Almost no locations this morning waking up to fog. Mainly will be under mostly cloudy skies. For the start of the day today, with potential for at least some clearing later on this afternoon. Currently sitting at 57 degrees, comfortable levels of humidity. Again, that sunset now sitting beyond, or at least earlier than 7 p.m. So now we're entering the darker times. Keep in mind, we lose about 3 minutes of daylight every day in September. This is the fastest we usually lose daylight all year long. Dew point, again, sitting at 50, wind speeds around 9 miles per hour, so it's starting out a little bit breezy early today. Radar this morning looking relatively quiet. A few patches of light drizzle heading towards the Finger Lakes. And today, high temperatures, upper 60s. Wind speeds picking up to as high as 10 to 15 miles per hour. Rain chances pretty much non-existent, but as we head throughout the evening, we have a potential for a stray light drizzly shower. But again, better shot for rain will be as we head into tonight. Breezy today, Wednesday and Thursday, and so those wind chills, although the feels like temperatures officially on paper aren't cooler, that slight breeze is going to make temperatures feel a little bit cooler than what the reading so far says. On Friday, though, the winds eventually do taper off. Isolated shower possible later today, but that's really about it. And the rain shower will likely be on the lighter side. Scattered showers Wednesday, widespread rain on Thursday, with conditions drying up as we approach Friday. Now again, we're still on this cool trend, 60s near 70 degrees between now and Thursday, but this weekend looking a little bit on the warmer side. Bigger picture, we're dry for the most part today. A stray shower ahead of this system could arrive as early as this evening, and then a better shot for rain will be for the next few days as that system slowly shifts east over our area. And on our skycast, you can see here, mainly cloudy skies today, a few peaks of sunshine, stray shower this evening, dry tonight, and then early tomorrow mornings, and we see our next shot of rain, a low in the rain by tomorrow afternoon, early tomorrow afternoon, and then more rain showers begin to arrive as we head into Thursday. And so your 7-day forecast looking a bit unsettled for Wednesday and Thursday. Following that, though, a dome of high pressure moves in. Temperatures climb into the low 70s, so a little mini heat wave, at least relative to the start of this week, but pretty comfortable temperatures. Not too bad of a 7-day, Gary.
Yeah, not bad at all for late September.
Yeah, not too bad.
We'll take it. The time right now is 5:23. Still ahead on Sunrise. Gas dip
Now, the news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for this half hour. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
And boy, did it feel refreshing yesterday to see a little rain, didn't it, after so long?
Yeah, I noticed when I was driving back home, I see some rain on my windshield, and I forgot what that looked
I
like.
know.
It's been so dry recently, but yeah, some locations saw a little bit of rain. It wasn't a good soaking rain, but enough to maybe dampen the lawn a little bit. But out there this morning, we got another dry start to the day today. Temperatures initially in the 50s, 57 Rome, 55 in Hamilton. A little cooler up in the North Country, sitting in the 40s. And a live look at Oneonta, no fog early this morning. A lot of locations waking up to, again, fogless skies with just a few clouds way up in the atmosphere. What we're tracking, again, a mostly dry day today, keyword mostly. There's potential for a stray isolated sprinkle later on this evening. We'll talk about that. Cooler weather hangs on a little longer. It's not going to be terribly cool, but enough to remind you that the seasons are changing, and we got several days in at least the upper to mid 60s. Potential for rain picks up tonight, especially as we head into the next few days. And so again, the radar at this point, it's looking dry, but we're also cutting it close to the rainfall. Notice there's some rain showers developing out near the Finger Lakes, heading towards Rochester, in between there and Buffalo. But what to wear today? I'm thinking more of a long sleeve shirt day. Temperatures in the 60s. It's going to be breezy, not a whole lot of opportunity for sunshine, so definitely a cooler one expected for your Tuesday. Following today, a better shot for rain tomorrow and for Thursday, but we'll see how the rest of the week shapes up in that full forecast. Gary?
Eric, thanks. President Biden is set to deliver one of his final and most consequential speeches.
Welcome back to Sunrise on this Tuesday. We're showing our second fall photo of the day today, and this one takes us up to Indian Lake, where we are seeing a few more colors. And what a great photo right here. You got a lot of the canoes on the beach right there, the mountains out in the distance, and some beautiful fall colors along the shores of Indian Lake, and some blue skies out in the distance as well. If you would like to submit your fall photo, we're going all around the area, especially in the North Country initially, because that's where the fall colors obviously start earlier. But we're going to try to showcase almost every small town, every little location here in central New York, but we need your help because we can't submit photos if they are not submitted. So if you want to put your town on the map, send your photo to WKTV.com/weather/pics. If you have a beautiful fall photo, send it with your location so we can showcase your corner of central New York. This morning, it's a quiet start. Temperatures starting out in the 50s. We're a little cooler heading up into the Adirondacks early this morning, but so far this week, it's been a mild to cooler start and a mild afternoon. Matter of fact, I'd put it slightly on the cooler side. Temperatures starting out in the 50s, climbing as high as the mid to upper 60s. That cloud cover, that wind is going to be the factors that will make it feel a little cooler than what we've seen, especially over the weekend and those much warmer days that we saw in the past few weeks. But we're going to keep an eye on those rainfall chances, and we'll talk about when the rain does arrive in that forecast straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Now to your children's miracle.
Here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good Tuesday morning, everyone. We are starting out with quiet conditions yet again, but we'll be seeing some rain chances arriving later on, especially overnight tonight. But for now, downtown Utica, a dry morning early today, and temperatures starting out in the 50s. 57 cloudy skies, comfortable levels of humidity, but a decent wind today will bring a slight wind chill to the air. So a heads up, you might want to wear that long sleeve shirt this morning, or maybe light jacket, but you need a light jacket by the afternoon. A live look at the radar at this point. We're dry here in the Mohawk Valley. Some rain showers out near Geneva in the Finger Lakes area, but again, those showers are expected to stay outside of our area for the early part of today. Temperatures peaking in the upper 60s this afternoon with low humidity. Dew points remaining in the low 50s. And regarding wind speeds, a bit breezy, 10 to 15 mile per hour sustained winds from the east-southeast throughout this afternoon. And so it's going to rain breezy for today, Wednesday, and for Thursday. By Friday, wind will taper off a little bit, but as we head into the next few days, those rain chances do pick up as well. Isolated shower later on this evening, a light sprinkle, that's really about it. A better shot for rain will be Wednesday, and our best shot for showers is going to be on Thursday as low pressure moves over our area. A lingering early morning drizzle Friday, but that's really about it. That rain does taper off by the afternoon. Still a cooler than average stretch the next few days. 60s, mid to upper 60s, then low 70s Thursday and Friday. We're back into the low to mid 70s by the weekend and the start of next week. Bigger picture, high pressure here locally. Here comes that low pressure system arriving overnight tonight. And there's several surges of rain showers, both from Wednesday evening into Thursday. And that'll be, again, our best shot for rain as these do taper off as we approach Friday. Notice right here, Thursday at 2:30, that final sweep moves through. And so on our Skycast, dry start this evening. We could see an isolated sprinkle pop up, but that's really about it. Temperatures climbing into the mid to upper 60s under partly sunny skies, but the sunshine a bit difficult to see. Heading into early Wednesday morning, shower moves through. We're drying out a little bit as we head into Wednesday afternoon, at least early Wednesday afternoon. And then by Wednesday evening, Wednesday night, we'll see a few more rain showers pop up, especially as we approach Thursday. Thursday likely the rainiest of the next several days. And so your 7-day forecast, we got unsettled conditions Wednesday and Thursday, high temperatures in the 60s approaching near 70. By Friday, high pressure moves in, and this is good news because for now this will look to push away that potential hurricane that's developing in the Gulf. It's still a bit far away for now, but at least we'll keep it sunny and pleasant. Temperatures in the low 70s. Gary?
Eric, thanks. The World Box Lacrosse Championships continue this week at the Adirondack Bank Center and Utica University Nexus Center.
Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us here on this Tuesday. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
And let's stick with the voice there for 1 second. For those folks who may not have caught it last night, Sonofrio, incredible singer from Utica, has a good shot to win it all.
Yeah, and just hearing what he sounded like in the past half hour, you have to listen to it. He is really good, and I think justified for all 4 chairs turning. You get to find out who he picked, of course, coming up. But yeah, this morning, it's a dry start. We'll see some rain chance pick up tomorrow and Thursday, but mainly dry today. In fact, outside this morning, it's a mainly cloudy start to your day, 50s. 56 in Rome, 55 Hamilton. A shower down in Ithaca, but those showers will likely stay out south and east of central New York. A live view in Oneonta right now. We can see, of course, no patchy fog early this morning and the faint view of the twilight of the sunrise, which is getting later and later in the morning. What we're tracking, again, mostly dry day today, cutting it close for an isolated sprinkle this evening as low pressure slowly begins to arrive. Cooler weather hangs on a little bit longer. We're not going to be out of the 60s near low 70s for at least the next few days. On top of that, too, potential for rain does start to pick up tonight. Radar right now is looking quiet. Rain showers still sticking out to parts of Geneva, Ithaca, and Rochester out in western New York. But for today, though, with those 60s plus degree temperatures, recommend having that long sleeve shirt today. Don't really need sunglasses. I mean, you might keep them in your car just as a handy measure in case you do get a peak of sunshine here and there, but most of the day will be on the mostly cloudy side. Following today, again, we're talking about those rain chances as we head into Wednesday and Thursday. We'll mention what times will be the rainiest in that forecast straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks, and don't forget the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away. Well, smoke clouds can be.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Good Tuesday morning, everyone. The time now is 6:13, and we're getting you set as you head out the door this morning on the Munson CommuteCast. And first off, taking a live look at Old Forge right now. Mostly cloudy skies, some peaks of blue out in the distance as well, as the morning twilight is still upon us early today. Temperature is sitting at a 50-degree cool start to the morning. Heading to Cooperstown, same story. No fog early today. A few clouds rolling in, and temperatures in Cooperstown sitting at 54. So it's a cool start today, and it's not warming up by much. The traffic flow coming in from the traffic tracker early this morning, showing no accidents to report early today. As we head throughout the afternoon, we'll see at least dry conditions still clinging on, but the potential for an isolated sprinkle. And so again, this morning, mostly cloudy skies, temperatures in the 50s, climbing into the mid to upper 60s this afternoon with that light sprinkle chance. A better shot for rain over the next few days. We'll talk about that in that forecast straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. The July 16th tornado first brought chaos to the city of Rome. Now, confusion as to whether or not the $37 million damage threshold required to receive FEMA aid will be met. Here's News Channel 2's Jolene Ferris with more from Rome.
U.S. Senator Kirsten Gillibrand shared some bad news in Rome today about that $37 million storm damage threshold needed to qualify for FEMA aid in storm recovery.
So we've been told they've not made the FEMA threshold, that the damage wasn't great enough to meet the bottom line number.
Oneida County Executive Anthony Picenti said, "News to us."
I have not, neither myself nor the mayor nor our director of emergency services has received any indication that our FEMA request has been denied.
We reached out to FEMA, who told us they have not yet received a major disaster declaration request from New York State for the July 15th and 16th storms. But Governor Kathy Hochul issued a statement on her website July 20th announcing her request for a federal emergency declaration from President Biden to support response and recovery in 15 counties from the July 15th and 16th storms. Rome's mayor says he planned for worst-case scenario.
We planned all along not to reach it, and we did some bonding and things so we weren't stalled and waiting for funding. So now we have to start figuring that out, and we're hoping that our state and federal officials will still step up and give us some bit of funding to help offset some of these costs.
County Executive Anthony Picenti says even when the damage numbers are up there, the formula isn't in their favor.
FEMA always discounts the insurance, so they take away the insurance money, which now you're left with less. So my question is, should we have not been insured and then we could have got more money from FEMA, or should we have been insured, which is the right thing to do?
Picenti says the county will continue to work with Rome toward the city's recovery.
Well, we've been working together with the city of Rome, I mean, hand in hand from the time the tornado struck down and since then. So we've expended millions of dollars in assistance to date.
Jolene Ferris, News Channel 2.
The weather spoil your day. Tune in for the Storm Tracker 2 CommuteCast, brought to you by Munson. Visit Munson today and ignite curiosity and creativity. Visiting Munson and the Storm Tracker 2 CommuteCast, both free and both Utica's very own. Remember, all roads lead to Munson. The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good Tuesday morning, everyone. Today is starting out quiet. As a matter of fact, we are looking at a pretty beautiful sunrise in Utica right now. Let's take a live look there at this point. You got some alto-cumulus clouds across the area at this point, and this is producing, of course, that pretty colorful sunrise. Now, these clouds are slowly starting to shift eastward, so we'll see a lot more of this and a lot less of this throughout the day today. Current conditions sitting at 56 degrees with cloudy skies at Griffiths and Rome, dew point at 50, so comfortable humidity, and winds from the east at 9 miles per hour. The radar right now is dry. Rain showers still sticking out to the Finger Lakes area, where most of us here are remaining entirely dry. Temperatures climbing as high as the upper 60s this afternoon. Again, low humidity sticking around through the entire day, and wind speeds also picking up to as high as 10 to 15 miles per hour. So it's a breezy, cooler day expected. And with that cloud cover today, it's going to feel a little cooler with that feels like temperature. Breezy conditions continue through today, through Wednesday and Thursday, before diminishing a little bit as we approach Friday. However, those rain chances will continue to increase. Today, an isolated sprinkle possible later on this evening as that low starts to move north. Again, it's not widespread. Some locations could see it, but most of us remain dry. Scattered showers expected Wednesday, but not a complete washout from sunrise to sunset. There'll be plenty of opportunity for dry weather in between these showers. Best shot for rain on Thursday, and then on Friday, rain will taper off with dry weather moving in for the weekend. But still, temperatures remaining cooler than average over the next few days before moving back up into the 70s by this coming weekend. Bigger picture, here's that low I was mentioning, bringing in those clouds and those rain chances as we approach the next few days. Again, best shot for rain heading into early tomorrow morning. Following that, a low in the rain before it returns again heading into Wednesday night and into Thursday. Thursday, definitely one of those rainier days, but following the afternoon, we'll see that front move through and conditions quiet down as we head into Friday. And so on our Skycast, we've got 60s on tap today with partly sunny to mostly cloudy skies. Chance for an isolated shower this evening, really about it. Those showers do diminish. We're dry until roughly early Wednesday morning. That's when our next surge of rain arrives. And by the afternoon, a low in the rain expected, mostly cloudy, temperatures in the 60s. Then by the evening and overnight, we'll see those rain showers return once more heading into Thursday. And so your 7-day forecast, a little bit unsettled for the next few days, Wednesday and Thursday. Friday looking dry, high of 70. Then on the weekend, also looking dry as high pressure moves in, hopefully keeping that potential hurricane at bay that's developing in the Gulf over the next few days. Now, if today's your birthday, make it a great one, and here is the list.
Now, the news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for this half hour. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
And get ready for possibly some showers today, right?
Yeah, and by possibly, I'm thinking maybe 1 or 2 locations, a light sprinkle, if that. And that's for the evening. Most of us today remain dry. Our best shot for rain will be as we head into the next few days. Before we get to the forecast, though, I know this is something that's a little bit delayed, but I do want to give a shout out to our Skywatcher Stuart in Cooperstown. Happy birthday. I know you probably don't want the spotlight right now. I traveled with some of your friends on the trip to San Francisco, coastal California, and they mentioned that it was your birthday on Sunday. And I figured I just had to give a shout out. Stuart, for those of you who do not know, is the person who submits the temperatures for Cooperstown in the mornings as well as the evenings. So a big shout out to him. Happy birthday. I hope you have a great one, well, at least belated birthday. Hope you had a great one on Sunday. Around the state, those temperatures are in the 50s this morning with a few clouds. Oneonta showing those clouds out in the distance with no patchy fog early this morning, currently sitting at 52 degrees. Well, we're tracking a mostly dry day today. Cooler weather hangs on a little bit longer, but potential for rain does pick up as we head into tonight. As you can see here, rain showers still staying south. There's an isolated shower, matter of fact, taking place, looks to be right outside of Gilbertsville, the County Highway 4 between Mount Upton and Otsego. So there is one brief isolated shower in our area early this morning, but that's really about it. And today, again, I would say long sleeve shirt weather. Temperatures barely make it into the upper 60s with a few clouds and, again, breezy conditions. We're talking about those rain chances for the next few days and when they arrive and when the heaviest of the rain takes place in that full forecast. Gary?
Eric, thanks. And don't forget the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away. President Biden is set.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
The time right now is 6:46. It is time to welcome the newest member of our Morning Mug Club, brought to you by Holland Farms Bakery and Deli. The Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired is hosting a free 7-week health and wellness program starting October 1st. This is something that a lot of folks should get involved in. It is all free. Classes will be held on Tuesdays at 10 a.m. through November 19th. So every Tuesday at 10 a.m. starting October 1st through the 19th in November. Activities will include yoga, water aerobics, weight training, and much more. Now, most classes will take place at CABV's Vision Health and Wellness Center on Elizabeth Street in Utica, but some will be off-site, including an eco walk at the Lock 20 State Canal Park. Anyone interested in participating can contact CABV at 797-2233. Again, that number, 797-2233. Space is limited, so reserve your spot today. And if you would like to become a member of our Morning Mug Club to promote your local event, there's our contact information right there on your screen. The Morning Mug Club.
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good Tuesday morning, everyone. Before we get to the weather, I just have to show this. We caught this on the Oneonta camera right here. Look at the sunrise this morning. My goodness, this is a beautiful shot right here in Oneonta. This popped up, or at least caught my eye going through some of the cameras, and I had to adjust it right before he went on air. So again, a beautiful shot right here. And we're seeing some of that color here in downtown Utica. Of course, not as vibrant as Oneonta, but we got those mid to upper level clouds rolling in from the west. A great recipe for a great sunrise here with the conditions set up. Currently sitting at 56 and cloudy skies at Griffiths and Rome. Comfortable humidity, but wind speeds picking up around 9 or so miles per hour, going as high as 10 to 15 miles per hour this afternoon. Temperatures also today not climbing by much, only into the mid to upper 60s for this afternoon. Our sky watchers checking in across central New York. Bob and Clinton 55, Mike in New Hartford also at 55 degrees. Todd and Westdale sitting at 59. Bill and Sean up in the North Country sitting in the 40s. Inlet, Sean a little warmer, about 1 degree warmer. And then heading into the southern valleys, Mark in Milford 53. We have Pat and Gary in Skevis both in the low 50s, and then Scott and Evanston sitting at 55 degrees. The radar right now is quiet, but as you can see here, an isolated shower just outside of Gilbertsville between there and Otsego, but most of those rain showers are still staying out in western New York near the Finger Lakes. Wind speeds remaining breezy today, windy, or at least breezy for Wednesday and Thursday. Winds diminishing a little bit as we approach the end of the work week on Friday. But regarding rainfall chances, isolated showers today. As I mentioned, one in Otsego County right now. Still potential later on in the day too as well. But scattered showers expected for your Wednesday. Better shot for rain on Thursday before rainfall gradually diminishes as we approach Friday. Still on a cooler pattern for now, but we warm up into the mid-70s as we approach the end of the weekend into the start of next week. So for now, we'll be feeling those cooler fall-like temperatures. Bigger picture, here's that low approaching from the southwest. This will bring in several rounds of rain over the next few days. Not a complete washout from sunrise to sunset, but there's still more notable chances for rain here locally between now and into Thursday and Friday. And so in our Skycast, partly sunny skies this afternoon, a chance of an isolated shower. You can see here some spots could see it. Those showers diminish. We're dry for the early evening or early overnight. And then early Wednesday morning, a surge of rain drying out temporarily by Wednesday afternoon. Temperatures in the 60s, and then as we head into the overnight, here comes more rain. Again, on and off rain is expected, but not a sustained rainfall for the next few days. So 7-day forecast, unsettled Wednesday and Thursday, temperatures in the 60s. Heading into Saturday and Sunday, so far high pressure keeps us dry, keeps us sunny, and conditions look pleasant for potential fall foliage peeping in the North Country. Gary?
Great weekend ahead.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
Eric, thank you. The World Box Lacrosse.
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good Tuesday morning, Central New York. We are tracking a dry start today with partly sunny skies potentially by this afternoon. Let's be a cooler one and a breezy one. Before we get to that, though, let's take a look at those temperatures we saw earlier this morning. Overnight lows, or at least the early start to the day, started out in the 50s for a lot of Central New York. It was sitting in the mid-50s in the Utica, New Hartford, Whitesboro area, upper 50s out in Westdale. In the 40s up in the North Country, and in the Southern Valleys it started out in the 50s. And a look at the radar and satellite. Again, it's quiet right now, but we've got some rain showers moving in as we head into tonight and tomorrow. And we'll see this unsettled stretch continue, at least only for a few days though. We got cooler temperatures today, as highs climb only into the upper 60s. Dew points, not too bad. In fact, low humidity is expected. But on top of that, regarding those wind speeds, it's going to be a breezy one. Wind speeds between 10 and 15 miles per hour. And with that cloud cover, it's going to feel like a cooler day today. So I do recommend maybe grabbing that, I would say, longer sleeve shirt. Maybe not quite jacket weather, but depends on how cool you get. Wind speeds, breezy today and tomorrow and Thursday, but as we head into Friday, wind speeds do diminish. So it's going to be a breezy next few days. However, rain chances do pick up. Isolated spotty sprinkle today. Heading into Wednesday, scattered showers. Thursday, our best shot for rain with widespread conditions expected. Rain showers expected for pretty much the morning and then the late evening. But by Friday, things do eventually dry out. Temperatures still remain on the cooler side for the next 4 or so days. Highs only in the 60s, approaching barely 70 degrees. We're back to a warming trend as we head into Saturday, Sunday, and into Monday. And so, bigger picture, here's that low I mentioned as it surges north and east. It's going to erode all that dry air, produce a spotty shower here and there overnight into early Wednesday morning. We're not talking about a complete washout or at least sustained rainfall for longer periods of time for the next few days. On and off rain expected as dry air keeps mixing in with some of these rainfall bands. And so in our skycast this morning, those clouds moving in, partly sunny this afternoon, breezy, and then a chance for an isolated sprinkle later on today. Following that, we're dry until roughly early tomorrow morning. That's when our next round of rain arrives. And then following that, after an unsettled morning, we'll dry out temporarily by the afternoon before more rain eventually approaches during the overnight hours and into Thursday. With Thursday looking a little bit more unsettled. Some spots seeing sustained rainfall, other spots seeing on and off rainfall. So it basically depends on location. But regardless, your 7-day forecast, your rain chances over the next 7 or so days pretty much are isolated to tomorrow and Thursday. Following that, high pressure moves in as we head into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with temperatures in the 70s. Low humidity. Maybe the rain showers arrive earliest Monday, but so far looking to be on Tuesday as that high pressure still takes hold.
Little Falls is the place.
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good Tuesday morning, Central New York. We are tracking a dry start today with partly sunny skies potentially by this afternoon. Let's be a cooler one and a breezy one. Before we get to that, though, let's take a look at those temperatures we saw earlier this morning. Overnight lows, or at least the early start to the day, started out in the 50s for a lot of Central New York. It was sitting in the mid-50s in the Utica, New Hartford, Whitesboro area, upper 50s out in Westdale. In the 40s up in the North Country, and in the Southern Valleys it started out in the 50s. And a look at the radar and satellite. Again, it's quiet right now, but we've got some rain showers moving in as we head into tonight and tomorrow. And we'll see this unsettled stretch continue, at least only for a few days, though. We got cooler temperatures today as highs climb only into the upper 60s. Dew points, not too bad. In fact, low humidity is expected. But on top of that, regarding those wind speeds, it's going to be a breezy one. Wind speeds between 10 and 15 miles per hour. And with that cloud cover, it's going to feel like a cooler day today. So I do recommend maybe grabbing that, I would say, longer sleeve shirt. Maybe not quite jacket weather, but depends on how cool you get. Wind speeds, breezy today and tomorrow and Thursday, but as we head into Friday, wind speeds do diminish. So it's going to be a breezy next few days. However, rain chances do pick up. Isolated spotty sprinkle today. Heading into Wednesday, scattered showers. Thursday, our best shot for rain with widespread conditions expected. Rain showers expected for pretty much the morning and then the late evening. But by Friday, things do eventually dry out. Temperatures still remain on the cooler side for the next 4 or so days. Highs only in the 60s, approaching barely 70 degrees. We're back to a warming trend as we head into Saturday, Sunday, and into Monday. And so, bigger picture, here's that low I mentioned as it surges north and east. It's going to erode all that dry air, produce a spotty shower here and there overnight into early Wednesday morning. We're not talking about a complete washout or at least sustained rainfall for longer periods of time for the next few days. On and off rain expected as dry air keeps mixing in with some of these rainfall bands. And so in our skycast this morning, those clouds moving in, partly sunny this afternoon, breezy, and then a chance for an isolated sprinkle later on today. Following that, we're dry until roughly early tomorrow morning. That's when our next round of rain arrives. And then following that, after an unsettled morning, we'll dry out temporarily by the afternoon before more rain eventually approaches during the overnight hours and into Thursday. With Thursday looking a little bit more unsettled. Some spots seeing sustained rainfall, other spots seeing on and off rainfall. So it basically depends on location. But regardless, your 7-day forecast, your rain chances over the next 7 or so days pretty much are isolated to tomorrow and Thursday. Following that, high pressure moves in as we head into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with temperatures in the 70s. Low humidity. Maybe the rain showers arrive earliest Monday, but so far looking to be on Tuesday as that high pressure still takes hold.
when a doctor looks at a
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good Tuesday morning, Central New York. We are tracking a dry start today with partly sunny skies potentially by this afternoon. Let's be a cooler one and a breezy one. Before we get to that, though, let's take a look at those temperatures we saw earlier this morning. Overnight lows, or at least the early start to the day, started out in the 50s for a lot of Central New York. It was sitting in the mid-50s in the Utica, New Hartford, Whitesboro area, upper 50s out in Westdale. In the 40s up in the North Country, and in the Southern Valleys it started out in the 50s. And a look at the radar and satellite. Again, it's quiet right now, but we've got some rain showers moving in as we head into tonight and tomorrow. And we'll see this unsettled stretch continue, at least only for a few days, though. We got cooler temperatures today as highs climb only into the upper 60s. Dew points, not too bad. In fact, low humidity is expected. But on top of that, regarding those wind speeds, it's going to be a breezy one. Wind speeds between 10 and 15 miles per hour. And with that cloud cover, it's going to feel like a cooler day today. So I do recommend maybe grabbing that, I would say, longer sleeve shirt. Maybe not quite jacket weather, but depends on how cool you get. Wind speeds, breezy today and tomorrow and Thursday, but as we head into Friday, wind speeds do diminish. So it's going to be a breezy next few days. However, rain chances do pick up. Isolated spotty sprinkle today. Heading into Wednesday, scattered showers. Thursday, our best shot for rain with widespread conditions expected. Rain showers expected for pretty much the morning and then the late evening. But by Friday, things do eventually dry out. Temperatures still remain on the cooler side for the next 4 or so days. Highs only in the 60s, approaching barely 70 degrees. We're back to a warming trend as we head into Saturday, Sunday, and into Monday. And so, bigger picture, here's that low I mentioned as it surges north and east. It's going to erode all that dry air, produce a spotty shower here and there overnight into early Wednesday morning. We're not talking about a complete washout or at least sustained rainfall for longer periods of time for the next few days. On and off rain expected as dry air keeps mixing in with some of these rainfall bands. And so in our skycast this morning, those clouds moving in, partly sunny this afternoon, breezy, and then a chance for an isolated sprinkle later on today. Following that, we're dry until roughly early tomorrow morning. That's when our next round of rain arrives. And then following that, after an unsettled morning, we'll dry out temporarily by the afternoon before more rain eventually approaches during the overnight hours and into Thursday. With Thursday looking a little bit more unsettled. Some spots seeing sustained rainfall, other spots seeing on and off rainfall. So it basically depends on location. But regardless, your 7-day forecast, your rain chances over the next 7 or so days pretty much are isolated to tomorrow and Thursday. Following that, high pressure moves in as we head into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with temperatures in the 70s, low humidity. Maybe the rain showers arrive earliest Monday, but so far looking to be on Tuesday as that high pressure still takes hold.
This is Eric Gage joining us now, and Eric, back to a rather quiet day today so far after a little bit of rain yesterday.
Yeah, it's turned out to be quite pleasant, a little cool, a little breezy, but overall pretty dry. Matter of fact, some spots of sunshine popping out. Let's take a live look in Utica right now, where we're seeing some blue skies moving in. Again, we're cutting it close with clouds. Low pressure to our southwest is producing some more clouds in some spots as we head into the next 24 hours or so. But as you can see here, cloud cover expected later on today. But here's what's going on in Oneonta. To the south, more cloud cover moving in. And temperatures still rather cool, in the low 60s, 63 in Oneonta, 64 in Rome, and 61 degrees out in Hamilton. And the radar right now is looking pretty quiet with no rainfall at this point, but again, to our south and to our west, that's where those showers are starting to form. So again, next 12 hours right now, we've got clouds in place, maybe some peaks of sunshine. Again, we did see that across the area, especially as you head north and east, but we got a better shot for rain showers as we head into tonight, and especially over the next few days. We'll talk about those rain chances in that forecast straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. A sad update on the
WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon, everyone. This Tuesday is looking rather dry, breezy, and cooler, with temperatures for some locations still hovering in the low 60s. Let's take a look outside right now. I want to talk about the difference in cloud cover as you head from west to east. Notice Morrisville, parts of Sherburne, under generally cloudy skies, but as you head eastward to Herkimer, Oppenheim, north to Coldbrook, we're seeing a lot more blue. So again, we got this approaching low pressure from the southwest influencing our area here locally with clouds, but as you head farther away from that low pressure, we got blue skies. Same thing in the eastern sky of Utica right now. Blue skies in the backdrop, temperature sitting at 64 degrees and an east-southeast wind of 14 miles per hour. So it's a cool one out there today, and breezy one. Definitely, I would say, long sleeve shirt, potentially light jacket weather, but I still would say maybe hold off a little bit longer for that. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. We're dry across central New York right now, but out to our southwest, here's that approaching low pressure right here. It's a broad area, lots of scattered showers here and there. Notice there's no uniform rain across the board. Some locations dry, some locations heavier downpours. This looks to hold off at least until the overnight hours tonight. So most of the day today looking dry, also looking breezy. And this breezy stretch will continue through Wednesday, Thursday, and by Friday, the winds will gradually diminish. But regarding that rainfall, isolated light sprinkle later today. Again, that low pressure is moving north and east. One or two stray showers could fire up, but most of us remain dry. Better shot for rain, scattered showers on Wednesday, a low in the rain by the late morning or at least the early afternoon. And then by Thursday, our best shot for rain, as we'll see at least some locations having more than just a few hours on and off of rain. By Friday, that rainfall tapers off. And then lastly, regarding temperatures, we've got at least a cool start to the work week this week. Highs still in the 60s. We're climbing into the 70s as we head into the weekend. So bigger picture, here's that broad area of just low pressure. It's a mess in this atmosphere right now. It's nothing too organized. But following Thursday, we'll see that front finally push through, and by Friday, things will inevitably dry out. But on our Skycast early this morning, clouds have been pushing north and east, but we have some windows of blue skies here and there. That's what we're expecting throughout the day today. Following that, isolated spotty shower, mainly dry at least early tonight, then our best shot for rain during the overnight hours into early tomorrow morning. Then a lull in the rain before more rain showers make their return heading into Wednesday night and into Thursday. So on and off rain expected the next few days. As you can see here, by Friday, we'll see a best shot for dry weather returning. And so far, high pressure looks to keep that potential hurricane at bay in the Gulf right now. That is approaching north and east, but again, should miss us for now as that high pressure shifts it and steers it west of central New York. We'll track that, and of course, we'll have the latest updates on that hurricane as we head into the next half hour. Gary?
Eric, thanks. The season premiere. Meteorologist Eric Gage joining us now. And Eric, a nice dry day for the most part, but that radar looks kind of ominous. It's some green on it.
Yeah, some rain showers out to the southwest. It's going to be moving north and east into our area. So we got some unsettled days ahead, not sustained washouts from sunrise, sunset, but enough to bring that rain back into our area.
Nothing like the Gulf, though, right?
Oh, yeah, that's for sure. The Gulf starting to pick up activity. Let's take a look at it right now because we have now had the latest updates. It is now Tropical Storm Helene, which is set to quickly intensify, miss both the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico and Cuba, and intensify to a major hurricane as a Category 3 status, and potentially hit the Big Bend of Florida in between Tampa and Tallahassee. So a heads up for those of you who have friends and family down there, or if you're planning on traveling to the Sunshine State, a heads up that this Thursday night into Friday is when this hurricane is expected to make landfall. Now, the good news is, at least here locally, high pressure will steer this hurricane out to the west. So even though this is a strong one, we're not likely to see remnants from this as of now. We'll, of course, follow the latest updates with that hurricane as it eventually does develop, how intense it develops, and then following that, the latest paths across the board. Utica, some blue skies. Oneonta, a few more clouds. Temperatures actually dropping a degree or so. It's still in the mid-60s in Rome, low 60s in Hamilton, 64 with sunshine up in Saranac Lake. And besides that, it's dry in the radar, but to our south and to our west, that's where those rain showers are going to arrive. So again, for now, it's going to be a dry evening for the most part, but as we head into the overnight hours, we could see a few scattered showers. We'll talk about those rain chances coming up in that full forecast. Gary?
Eric, thanks. The July 16th tornado to the city of Rome. Now confusion as to whether or not the $37 million damage threshold required to receive FEMA aid will be met. Here's News Channel 2's Jolene Ferris with more from Rome.
U.S. Senator Kirsten Gillibrand shared some bad news in Rome today about that $37 million storm damage threshold needed to qualify for FEMA aid in storm recovery.
So we've been told they've not made the FEMA threshold, that the damage wasn't great enough to meet the bottom line number.
Oneida County Executive Anthony Picenti said, "News to us."
I have not, neither myself nor the mayor nor our director of emergency services has received any indication that our FEMA request has been denied.
We reached out to FEMA, who told us they have not yet received a major disaster declaration request from New York State for the July 15th and 16th storms. But Governor Kathy Hochul issued a statement on her website July 20th announcing her request for a federal emergency declaration from President Biden to support response and recovery in 15 counties from the July 15th and 16th storms. Rome's mayor says he planned for worst-case scenario.
We planned all along not to reach it, and we did some bonding and things so we weren't stalled and waiting for funding. So now we have to start figuring that out, and we're hoping that our state and federal officials will still step up and give us some bit of funding to help offset some of these costs.
County Executive Anthony Picenti says even when the damage numbers are up there, the formula isn't in their favor.
FEMA always discounts the insurance, so they take away the insurance money, which now you're left with less. So my question is, should we have not been insured and then we could have got more money from FEMA, or should we have been insured, which is the right thing to do?
Picenti says the county will continue to work with Rome toward the city's recovery.
Well, we've been working together with the city of Rome, I mean, hand in hand from the time the tornado struck down and since then. So we've expended millions of dollars in assistance to date.
Jolene Ferris, News Channel 2.
And following a disturbing report showing that service...
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon, everyone. This Tuesday is starting out still mainly dry, cloudy skies, but some locations seeing some blue as you head farther to the north and to the east. A live look across Central New York on the Mesnet camera network. First off, let's say hi to some of the folks working on the weather stations up in Osceola right there. There's the truck from the Mesonet. Keep in mind, they're driving all across the state from Albany as far as Buffalo, as far north as Plattsburgh, and as far south as New York City and Long Island. So they do a lot of traveling to make sure these cameras and these weather stations are all up and running. And it's a vital tool for forecasting. So again, a big shout out to the Mesonet who make these cameras possible. We've got blue skies in some locations out to the east, as you can see right here, but to the south and west, more clouds. But most of us are seeing 60s, breezy conditions and low humidity as this fall-like weather still continues on today. Radar right now is looking almost entirely dry. Showers are still falling to our south and east. Matter of fact, it looks to be raining now in Buffalo and out near Erie towards Pennsylvania and parts of the southern portion, southwestern portion of New York. And this will shift northward. These showers will fall apart for the most part, but our next round of rain will be actually right here. But notice how disorganized some of those rain showers are. Again, I mentioned it's breezy today. It's going to remain breezy for tomorrow and for Thursday, but following that, we'll see some winds diminish for Friday. But regarding rainfall, isolated light shower later on this evening. Most of us remain dry. Wednesday, better shot for rainfall, and our best shot for rain is actually going to be on Thursday before dry conditions move in once more as we head into the weekend. But the cool weather still sticks around for the next few days. Today, Wednesday, Thursday, and into Friday before warmer temperatures begin to move in by Sunday and Monday of next week. So larger scale picture. Here is this mess of showers and clouds. Notice nothing's too organized. Lots of squiggly lines, lots of fronts in the atmosphere. So nothing that's very well defined. But what is defined is this whole system is shifting north and east into our area. So we're going to be seeing on and off rain showers, mainly cloudy skies, and just unsettled conditions as we head into the next 48 or so hours. And so on our Skycast right here, we got some peaks of sunshine, otherwise mainly cloudy skies as we head south and west. Isolated light shower later on this evening, but again, our best shot for rain will be overnight tonight into early tomorrow morning. That's when we'll see those showers roll through. We'll see a lull in the rain by at least the middle of the day tomorrow before more rain showers arrive in the evening and then continue as we head into Thursday. So again, we're going to be calling for some spotty showers tomorrow, Thursday. That ends as we head into Friday. So this is not a long duration event. We dry out with sunshine by Saturday and Sunday. High pressure steers the hurricane out in the Gulf out to the west. Now, our next chance of rain following that will likely be at least later on Monday or as early as Tuesday. But, I mean, not too bad of a stretch. We need the rain, Gary. It's been about at least 13 days since yesterday, since our past rainfall. But a little bit of rain, then, of course, perfect timing for sunshine for potential fall foliage peeping on the weekend.
Yeah.
And you mentioned, too, at least some events going on the weekend as well.
Yeah, the Remsen Barn Festival of the Arts. A lot of folks going to check out the fall colors as they head over to Remsen.
And hopefully the weather looks to be very nice for that, too.
And that's good, Eric. Thanks. The CEO of two popular...
First look at the forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis. Not too bad out there, but changes on the way.
Yeah, we're going to be tracking some light rain moving into the area as we head into tonight and tomorrow. Let's take a look at the radar this evening. Looking to the west, some sprinkles are showing up on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Again, things look pretty quiet for the next couple of hours. Some light rain will return. Most of that will be after dark. Current temperature 67 degrees, mostly cloudy. It turned out to be a pretty nice day. We saw a decent amount of sunshine from Utica and points east. And again, it's just been a nice afternoon. This is going to change. Showers return tonight. Cool, cloudy, breezy tomorrow with some light rain showers. The weather looks a lot nicer as we head into the weekend. We're going to be keeping an eye on that along with the newest developments with Tropical Storm Helene and where that's headed, not affecting us, but it's going to be a very big deal in areas like the Florida Panhandle. This evening, cloudy skies, temperatures in the 60s. We're tracking A beautiful stretch of weather ahead. A look at the forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
All right, Bill, thank you. Did you watch The Voice last night?
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We're tracking some scattered showers that will move back into the region as we head into tonight, tomorrow. It's a live look in downtown Utica. We have enjoyed a little bit of sunshine today, especially east of Rome, east of Utica. The sun was shining pretty brightly this afternoon, but the clouds are going to eventually return, and we are tracking some light rain showers to the west. This is a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, and you can see the light rain showers are again approaching from the west. They're still a few hours away, and they're also encountering some dry air, so it's going to take a little while for rain to return. A lot of this is going to be arriving after dark, and in fact the bulk of this will be after midnight. With some light showers expected through tomorrow. Take a look at this beautiful sunrise photo. This was taken over the weekend by Sandra Bolos. Bald Mountain, beautiful sunrise there. The fall colors are slowly coming out. We've got an update on the fall foliage report here for Thursday. The wind outlook, breezy conditions expected Wednesday and Thursday. More of a continuation of the wind that we've been seeing. We've been seeing areas of low pressure nearby. That's what's driving the wind. Friday and Saturday, high pressure returns, and we're looking at light winds here, and the weather's going to be looking very nice heading into the weekend. Westmoreland, 67 degrees, Westernville, 70, Dolgeville, 66 degrees, across Southern Valleys, Cooperstown, 68, Oneonta, 61, and Unadilla with 61 degrees. Cloud showers approaching from the west. We've got a very weak area of low pressure that will be driving our weather tomorrow. This is a relatively quick mover, so we deal with some rain showers tonight, tomorrow, and into early Thursday, and then things will start to improve as high pressure returns. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast tonight, mostly cloudy skies. Some showers develop. Overnight lows drop down into the mid-50s. Cloud showers tomorrow. The rain not all that heavy and not all that widespread. Looking at mostly cloudy skies in the afternoon, temperatures in the low 60s. A cool, breezy day. Tomorrow night, clouds linger along with a few showers. Thursday, showers in the morning. I think we'll get a chance to dry out in the afternoon. Temperatures climb into the upper 60s. The very rapid development of Tropical Storm Helene is going to be becoming a hurricane here as we head into the next 24 hours. A major hurricane for the Panhandle. It looks like landfall will be right around the Big Bend of Florida, which is this area right here. The steering currents will turn this storm to the west, and it's not expected to affect our local weather. Showers tonight, 55 for the overnight low. Tomorrow, a few showers, breezy, low 60s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Sunshine returns on Friday, a beautiful weather pattern. It looks absolutely gorgeous this weekend, mostly sunny skies. A lot of the higher elevations will start to see peak color as we head into the end of the weekend and early next week, and it's perfect timing here too. Looking at lots of sunshine Monday and Tuesday with temperatures in the 70s.
All right, Bill, thank you.
Mandatory evacuations are now underway, and in at least 7 Florida counties as Tropical Storm Helene threatens to hit the strongest storm to make landfall in the United States in over a year.
Laura Aguirre has more on the advancing danger off Florida's Gulf Coast.
We always say, hide from the wind, run from the water.
Potentially life-threatening levels of both are bearing down on the southeastern U.S. this week. In Florida, local and state leaders are assuring the public Tuesday they're prepared for what's coming and a warning to take this storm seriously.
We go through training. We have experience with this. We have high water vehicles. All of that is in place. The question is, are you in place? Are all your plans ready to go?
Helene is expected to rapidly intensify over warm Gulf waters, on track to make landfall on Florida's northern Gulf Coast late Thursday, possibly as a Category 3 hurricane.
The Big Bend and Panhandle should be especially prepared for a direct impact.
This hurricane will have tropical storm force winds in excess of 250 miles from the center.
Florida's Emergency Management Executive Director says those winds will encompass the state's entire western coastline and stretch to the Atlantic side across most of the peninsula.
Go ahead, get those preparations done today. Make sure your entire family knows that disaster plan and what they should do.
The Tampa to Big Bend area was hit hard last summer by Hurricane Idalia, which roared ashore as a Category 3 in late August with record-breaking storm surge and devastating property damage.
This potentially could be even more powerful than Idalia. We'll see.
I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
Coming up, a battle over mail-in ballots. That's due at 5:30.
Also, next
Facility.
And we want to get over to Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis because we got some rain on the way.
Yeah, the weather's changing. We're expecting some rain showers to return tonight as well as tomorrow. It's going to keep tomorrow on the cooler side. Temperatures in the low 60s. The weather is going to warm up, though. We've got a warming trend here. We're back into the 70s, which is above average for this time of the year as we head into late September. We're usually in the mid to upper 60s, so we will be warmer than average here heading into the weekend. We've got some really nice weather on the way, too. Not so much for the short term, though. We do have some showers on the way. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Those showers will be arriving generally after dark. Overnight lows will be in the upper 50s. So if you're going to take the dog out for a walk this evening, it's cloudy, it's generally dry. Temperatures will be in the low 60s. Pretty comfortable to take the dog or dogs out for a walk. Tonight's featured dogs, Coco and Rosie from Frankfurt. This is brought to you by Nye Automotive Group. We've got some nice weather here for the weekend. We've got to look at the forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. After breaking ground last November, the West Side Senior Center in Utica.
You need to know. Will they need a jacket? An umbrella? What should your kids wear to school tomorrow? Get the bus stop forecast only from Storm Tracker 2. Brought to you by Utica National Insurance Group. The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. Tracking clouds and a few showers rolling into central New York. This is a live look in Oneonta, temperature of 61 degrees. We are tracking some rain starting to approach from the west. This is a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. And you can see the leading edge starting to work into the western half of our area, but it's steadier west of Syracuse. It's going to be a little while before this arrives in our area. We're thinking that most of this arrives after dark with the steadier rain here closer to or after midnight. It's not going to be all that heavy. I know we need the rain. It's been very dry. The past 2 weeks we've had very little rainfall. And I don't think this is going to change the problem with the very dry lawns and the low water levels. We'll need something more substantial than what we're expecting here over the next 24 hours. Beautiful sunrise over the weekend, taken on Ball Mountain from Sandra Bolos. If you're looking to get the lawn cut, I know it probably hasn't been growing that much. The weather is not looking great tomorrow or Thursday, but Friday should be a nice day to do that. Our MoCast is brought to you by Clinton Tractor. Skywatchers checking in. Whitesboro, Kirsten with 66, Barneveld 64, Eaton 62. John and Ilion with 67 degrees, Curtis 61, Andy and Gray 66, Cross Southern Valley, Geneva 67, Worcester 65, and Westford checking in with 63. That would be Dave. So we look at the bigger picture. We've got an area of low pressure approaching from the west. And again, some light rain with this. This will be our weather for about the next 36 hours. Cloud showers are expected through early Thursday. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast tonight. Clouds, a few showers, overnight lows in the low to mid 50s. We start out Wednesday cloudy and a few showers in the morning. It's a cloudy afternoon. A few light rain showers are expected. Again, not much rain here, at least for Wednesday. Breezy and cool with temperatures in the low 60s. Wednesday night, some scattered showers linger. More showers early Thursday, and then we get a chance to dry out as high pressure builds in, and that will bring us a beautiful weekend. Keeping an eye on Tropical Storm Helene, which will eventually become a hurricane, actually very quickly here as it makes landfall along the Big Bend of Florida. The storm is going to be captured by an area of low pressure and deflected by an area of high pressure. It's going to turn it to the west. So locally, we are not expecting any impacts from this major hurricane. Showers tonight, 55 for the overnight low. Tomorrow, breezy, a few showers, 62. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Clouds on Thursday, 70. Showers in the morning. We'll see some sunshine. as we head into Friday. A beautiful weekend. Temperatures in the mid-70s Saturday and Sunday. Dry weather continues Monday and Tuesday. We'll be right back.
With Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Weather today is going to turn cloudier as we head into the rest of this evening. We're also tracking some rain, which will be arriving tonight. So if you are looking to get out and enjoy a pretty nice evening, we've got a little bit longer where the rain will hold off, but this is moving in pretty quickly. So after sunset tonight, things will start to change. We do have some much needed rain on the way. Current temperature 65 degrees, cloudy skies. We do have a breeze that will continue as we head into tonight, tomorrow, as well as Thursday. Showers return tonight, cool, cloudy tomorrow, lingering showers. And we're also tracking some sunshine. The weather looks really nice heading into the weekend. We also have an update on the big hurricane that's expected to move into Florida as we head into Thursday. We got the latest track on that. This evening, temperatures in the upper 60s, cloudy skies. We've got to look at that weekend forecast too, and that's coming up. Kristen, back to you.
This week is National Child Passenger Safety.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We continue to track cloudy skies along with some rain showers. This is a live look in downtown Utica, a temperature of 65 degrees. We did see some sunshine earlier today, but that didn't last for too long. The breeze has been pretty persistent throughout the afternoon. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. The leading edge of some light rain is moving in, but it's moving in pretty slowly. A lot of this is going to happen after sunset. Majority of this happens overnight and into early tomorrow. But again, getting some much needed rain. It has been almost 2 weeks since we've had any significant rain in our area. We had a little bit of late rain yesterday, but before that, you've got to go back 2 weeks. This beautiful photo taken by Sandra Bolos of Bald Mountain. This was over the weekend, a beautiful sunrise. Breeze is going to stick around for the next 2 days. The winds become lighter as we look ahead to Friday and Saturday. Looking to cut the lawn, the best day to do it is Friday. Our MoCast is brought to you by Clinton Tractor. A cool breezy day today. Temperatures in the upper 60s. Bob and Clinton 68, Barneveld 64, Mike and New Hartford 65, Helen and Cassville 64, Jeff and Mohawk 65, Bill and Old Forge 62, Paynes Hollow, Jeff with 64. Low pressure is approaching from the west, and that will bring some light rain to our area as we head into tonight, tomorrow, and into early Thursday. The next weather system is going to be another area of high pressure that will move in as we head into Friday and bring lots of sunshine to the region as we start the weekend. Before we get there, though, we do have some rain to track tonight. Cloud showers, overnight lows in the mid-50s. Most of this rain will be generally light and scattered in nature, and we'll see more of that tomorrow. Clouds, a few very light showers here for Wednesday. Breezy, cooler temperatures in the low 60s. Light showers continue as we head into tomorrow night as well as early Thursday. The weather does dry out heading into Thursday afternoon and Thursday evening. We've got a big hurricane that's expected to develop over the next 24 hours. Helene making landfall along the Big Bend of Florida, which is right here, as a major hurricane. This could be a pretty serious situation for the folks living down here. Current winds, 115 miles an hour by the time it makes landfall Thursday evening. The storm moves north and it turns to the west. The steering currents will push this away from central New York. We're not expecting any impacts from this hurricane locally. Showers tonight, 55 for the overnight low. Scattered showers continue tomorrow, breezy, low 60s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. The weather looks beautiful heading into the weekend. Sunshine, temperatures in the 70s, very comfortable. And also very comfortable at night, overnight lows in the 50s.
All right, Bill, thank you.
Still to come on News Channel 2 at 6. We're going to head out to the Mary Winder. Bill Curtis tracking some rain showers out there. We could use it.
Look at this. This is what rain looks like.
It's been a while, right?
Almost forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're tracking some rain this evening, more to come in from the west, and boy, do we need it. Yeah. It's been 2 weeks since we've had any significant rain. Yesterday, just a few sprinkles here. Tonight, we should be getting some steady rain across the area, and we'll see more chances as we head into tomorrow as well as Thursday. Current temperature 57 degrees. Griffiths and Rome reporting rain, and it is steady. Temperatures are going to pretty much hold steady as we head into tonight. It's going to be cooler tomorrow because of the clouds and the rain showers. Temperatures in the low 60s. Went to the 70s on Thursday and Friday, and then it warms up. We'll be in the mid-70s here Saturday and Sunday. A couple of nice days ahead. Tonight, going to bed. Overnight lows will drop down into the upper 50s. Pretty comfortable sleeping weather. We've got the latest on a rapidly developing tropical system, Helene. We'll let you know where that's headed and if it has any impact on our local weather, and that's coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. History made in
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We're taking a live look in downtown Utica. Temperature of 59 degrees. We are tracking some light rain showers approaching central New York. This is a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Again, some rain moving in from the west, which we haven't seen much of lately. It's been over 2 weeks since we've had any significant rainfall, and we will be getting some over the next 24 to 36 hours. The breeze will be continuing over the next couple of days, too, generally from the east-southeast. With this being said, it's going to be tough to cut the lawn over the next couple of days, but Friday will offer some opportunity. Our Mowcast is brought to you by Clinton Tractor. Low pressure continues to swing in from the west, and this is what's causing rain to happen tonight. We'll see more of it move in as this area of low pressure moves through. This is going to continue to bring us cloud cover and some on and off rain showers here as we head into tonight and tomorrow. Let's time things out. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast tonight. Cloudy skies. Overnight lows drop down into the mid-50s. Scattered showers will continue. A few showers around very early Wednesday morning. For the most part, Wednesday is cloudy. There is the small chance of a shower. Temperatures are going to be cooler with highs in the low 60s. A round of rain is expected Wednesday night. This is as an area of low pressure moves through. More of a steadier rain here first thing Thursday. We could see some locally steadier rain, maybe a few downpours in what moves through early Thursday morning. And then we get a chance to dry out Thursday afternoon. High temperatures Thursday climb into the upper 60s. All right, let's talk about a rapidly developing tropical system, Helene. This is going to move to the north and east, and it will likely become a major hurricane. Thinking a Category 3 storm making landfall right around the Big Bend of Florida. Notice this turn to the north and west. It's very interesting to see that. A lot of times, a more typical path would bring it right up the east coast and into central New York. So the question is, why is it different? And the way that we look at things, we look at an upper level chart. We have a very interesting weather phenomenon called the Fujiwara effect. So what this means is an area of low pressure to the west is going to serve as a magnet and kind of pull this storm to the west. When two areas of low pressure get close to each other, they rotate around each other. That's called the Fujiwara effect. In this case, they end up getting close enough to combine. But again, all of that happens to our west. We don't have to worry about any of that. And because of this very interesting atmospheric phenomenon, the storm ends up going to the west, and it stays out of central New York. Showers tonight, 55. Tomorrow, showers, temperatures in the low 60s, breezy conditions. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. A few sprinkles here early Thursday, a high of 70. Sunshine Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Temperatures in the 70s as a large area of high pressure takes over.
So I guess the moral of the forecast is thank goodness for the Fujiwara effect for us.
Something to tell your friends about.
See, I'm paying attention.
There you go.
All right, thank you, Bill. Coming up next, a Utican in the meteorologist Bill Curtis tracking some showers coming through the area. A little bit heavier since we checked it in at 10, right?
Yes, and in fact, some steady, widespread heavy rain, something we haven't seen in over 2 weeks. Finally getting some much-needed rainfall tonight. This is moving east, and boy, do we need it.
Yeah.
My lawn is really thirsty.
Yeah, very dry, and you know what? Then you're just going to have to mow it in a few days, right?
Yeah, we definitely could use the rain. We're going to be getting it tonight, and we have more in the forecast for tomorrow and Thursday. So your morning commute, again, does look wet. I don't think the rain will be quite as steady as what we're seeing out there tonight for tomorrow morning. 58 degrees, the current temperature, light rain being reported at Griffiths and Rome. As we look ahead, a cool day tomorrow, temperatures in the low 60s, but once the rain moves through, we start to warm up. It looks very comfortable here as we head into the weekend with temperatures back into the 70s. That's above average now for this time in September by about 5 to 10 degrees. Good sleeping weather tonight. You can leave the windows open. Temperatures will be in the upper 50s. We're tracking the rain for tomorrow and early Thursday, and also the latest on this big hurricane, where that's headed, and it's coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. History made in...
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Widespread rain. Live looking downtown Utica. It is soggy out there for a change. Again, we really needed this rainfall. It's been really dry lately. We haven't had anything like this in over 2 weeks. The grass definitely needs it, and we're tracking this to continue for about the next hour or two. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. This rain is widespread and steadiest across Oneida County. This is moving to the east, and we will see more showers as we head into tonight. Breezy conditions will continue tomorrow and Thursday. The winds will settle down as we head into Friday and Saturday. Looking to cut the lawn. Of course, it's not growing that quickly with all the dry weather, but as we do get the rain, things will change. Tomorrow and Thursday, not looking great, again, with the rain around. Friday looks better. Our MoCast is brought to you by Clinton Tractor. Low pressure continues to move in from the west, again, bringing widespread steady rain to our area. The big picture shows that area of low pressure will continue to move through tonight, tomorrow night, as well as Thursday, and then things will start to clear out and our weather will start to improve. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast showers overnight. Temperatures remain in the upper 50s. Tomorrow, we start out with clouds and a few sprinkles early. We will have some light rain in the late afternoon. Temperatures climb into the low 60s. Tomorrow night, more showers are expected, especially towards Thursday morning. There's going to be a cold front that drops in from the north, and that's going to bring more rain as we get into Thursday. Temperatures will be in the upper 60s. A big hurricane is expected to develop in the Gulf of Mexico. Helene is, and very well could be a big one. Right now, it's only a tropical storm, but conditions are ripe in the Gulf of Mexico. National Hurricane Center is calling this to develop into a Category 3 storm before it makes landfall along the Big Bend of Florida. Again, this could be a really big deal. Now, storm track turns it to the west, and the question is why? A lot of times it just goes up the east coast. Something interesting is happening in the atmosphere. This is called the Fujiwara effect. And this is happening because an area of low pressure is to the west, and it's going to act like a magnet. It's going to pull Hurricane Helene to the west as it gets closer to that area of low pressure, and it's going to combine. The Fujiwara effect is when two areas of low pressure are near each other, they start to rotate counterclockwise. And that's the reason why the storm is not going up the east coast. So we end up looking out for something that's very uncommon. You don't see this very often in the atmosphere. And again, lucky for us, not so much for the folks that will be dealing with this storm. Showers tonight, 55 for the low. Tomorrow, showers, breezy, highs in the low 60s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Showers on Thursday, 70. The weather dries out. It looks beautiful over the weekend. Lots of sunshine, temperatures in the 70s, even into early next week.
And I'll tell you what, after what happened this summer for parts of our viewing area, we could use the good luck for a change.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bill. Coming up next,